Moving on to components of attitude. Now there are three major components of attitude. These are affective, cognitive, and behavioral. What does each one of these indicate? An affective component of attitude indicates how I feel or the emotions associated to an attitude object. That would be affective. Say I feel bad, or I feel jittery, or I feel hesitant, or I feel skeptical about a certain object, a certain place, a certain situation. That would be the affective component of the attitude. The next is the cognitive component of attitude. Cognitive. The term itself states that cognitive component or aspect of attitude refers to what are the feelings I have associated to that particular object. When I say cognitive, let's say my feelings also lead to a stronger belief system. So it is a step, a notch higher from the affective component. Cognitive component would be how I believe about a certain situation. For instance, I believe that the manager is intelligent. So this would in turn have an impact on my behavior, which is the third component. The third component is behavioral. That means my affective and my cognitive component would definitely have some say in my intended behavior in a situation or towards a person or an object. Now, let's say if I feel that I feel good about it and I believe that the manager is intelligent, my behavior would be that while working in a team with that manager, I am more likely to listen to him. I am more likely to follow his instructions and directions and trust him with his judgment and let him follow the lead and let him take the lead. That's why I say that these components are also interrelated. There's a reason why they say that your negative emotions or your negative thoughts are nothing unless you empower them. So if I feel negative, I start believing in that particular aspect, and of course it is bound to lead to unsuccessful outcomes. On the contrary, if I am looking at building positive thoughts, I am engaging in a positive self-thought, I strongly believe the same, it's a positive affirmation that I'm giving to myself, I am bound to attract a more successful outcome. These were the components of attitude. Our next topic is types of attitudes. Now, people fall on the range of positive to negative, and there are too many varying degrees on this continuum when it comes to the attitudes that people generally display. If I am to classify them in three major categories, we look at people who have a neutral attitude, a negative attitude, and a positive attitude. Now, people who have a neutral attitude, they are the ones who generally, they're called spectators. They sit back and let things happen the way they're happening. They don't intervene much in various life events. Their experiences are very limited. They don't achieve much because they don't believe in getting out of their comfort zone or thinking out of the box or engaging in taking up a new task or a challenge. Their experiences are very limited, and such people don't achieve much in life. The second category is the negative attitude. People with a negative attitude, as the term clearly indicates, they have a very pessimistic approach towards things, towards themselves, be it personally or professionally. They are always finding faults with others in a situation. They can't really come to solve a problem. That's because they're constantly focusing on the problem itself and they're not thinking about coming to a solution. Such people again don't achieve much. Let's call them critics. They tend to find faults. Now critics also usually appreciate, but here when I say negative attitude, the main aim in life is to find faults in any given situation with others. No matter how much effort someone is putting in, they are bound to find faults in something or another. The third category of people, let's say the positive attitude, This is totally opposite of what holds true for the ones with a negative attitude. For example, they are the ones who think out of the box. They're very enthusiastic about everything. They eagerly await opportunity to learn new things so they can grow both personally and professionally. And they constantly try and make a conscious effort to get out of their comfort zone. They don't really dwell all their energies and focus all their energies on the problem, but they work around the solutions for it. So, of course, like the term clearly indicates, they have a very optimistic approach towards things in life. I would say that they look at the glass half full and not half empty.